Yes. Hello, people in the chats and the other stuff.
As you get into the room to join us, as you've just
That's
received the notification from YouTube or LinkedIn, hey, these guys are going live now. Come on
Here
in.
we are, people. So, yeah, today we've going to have a. I'm just going to tell you, it's going to be a short show. We got some good information, but short show. We're going to talk about Microsoft Ignite a little bit and share some insights.
Yep.
But Darrell, this past week, I put out a tweet and I said, this whole feature coming to Teams or has come to Teams where you could talk to yourself, right? There's a chat in there that you can chat to yourself and
Yep.
pep yourself
I
up.
listen well, right? I listen to myself.
I bet you do. Yeah. So anyway, I sent a tweet saying, have you started chatting with yourself in Microsoft Teams? I want to hear your use cases. So I got some pretty good engagement here. This was the screenshot I shared was the app being updated on my phone.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, this is the new feature we're releasing. But I got some interesting comments. Did you happen to see that? And
Yeah, I saw some. And it was just early on, too. Like, I quite liked Adam's positive affirmations. Adam Harmut's, and I know you're probably not quite seeing this. Let me just bring this into a... I don't know if this is going to work. Is this going to work? Yes, it is.
there you go. Yeah.
I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. Good on you, Adam. We like you, too.
We do. So got some great, we got some serious responses. Jeff Teeper in there saying he sends himself things, reminders basically to, talk to somebody. And then got a lot of people engaging with, I put in there, I'm working on one computer and then I want to share stuff or I want to remember stuff on my other computer. So they chat with themselves there and then go to the other computer and do that.
Yeah, that kind of works. Stream of consciousness, right? For me, I can imagine a scenario, and I haven't tried this yet because I'm not really a Power Automate person. I will admit it. I haven't tried the telephone yet. I hear it's quite good for communications. But imagine being able to chat with yourself and send commands that trigger off flows or Power Automates, whatever you call them today, and they go off and do stuff. So it's like your own Alexa, but powered by Teams. But you're talking to yourself.
That'd be interesting. Yeah, that'd be interesting. So in the same vein I was mentioning earlier, some people talked about mobile, talking to yourself or whatever on mobile and then going to your desktop and taking action there. I could also see you using it for pictures that way too. What if you took a picture on your mobile, chatted yourself with it, and then go to your desktop? It's an easy way to transfer a picture right to your desktop, I guess.
Yeah.
So there was some interesting and funny ones in there too, but I thought that was pretty good engagement getting people talking and thinking about how they could use that feature.
I know a few others have done this too. It is the only place where you can start a Microsoft loop on your own. And I've found it quite useful to draft something up first. So for me, we did a cut over this weekend of an intranet for a client, and I drafted that checklist. And then I shared it with a colleague, and then that became our go live checklist. But I was able to do that before sharing it with him. So that worked out.
Yeah. So I thought that was a pretty good conversation, something we talked about on the show before, but, bringing it in and hearing people's experiences and thoughts on it. So.
We're back to 5 minutes. I put it on cycle. But this is the 365 Message Show intro. Here we go. Yes, Darrell playing again. Flicked a button, put it on loop. Talking about loop
and then flipping a loop.
Yeah, the timer restarted. You thought you were just going to get endless green room, everyone, didn't you? Ha ha! Yeah.
Alrighty then. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 365 Message Center Show. This is episode, 249,
That'll
it
do.
is.
Yeah.
That'll do. And we are here live from the studio and want to welcome everyone from around the world. We do have people here from around the world in the chat, as well as who view and listen to the podcast. Thank you so much. Feel free, please, to go ahead and click the thumbs up button. Give us a like here so other people can find this podcast, and give us a share. Make sure you, just click the share button or copy the URL and paste it into Teams. That's good for conversations internally.
Share there too with your team.
Share there too. But I was really thinking about Twitter and Facebook and LinkedIn and TikTok, and we're at 365 MCS on all of those platforms. So please
ICQ,
give us a
AIM.
Yeah, give us a great
AOL Online. We're all there.
AOL Online. I was actually reading an article about that, but I won't get into that. So how are you, Darrell?
Oh, it has been a good week, an interesting week. I also had an interesting talk this weekend with a Microsoft research group about creating content alongside work and what we do. And, is there any synergies and challenges that come with that? And I think, just in short, I would say it was good to talk about that and reflect on the journey of exposing the learning journey and the community that builds around you as you have that kind of fun. Yeah.
Sounds wonderful. I'm glad they were able to talk to you because you are the expert in that field, I feel.
I appreciate that. I am. Yeah. I'm a.
Yeah.
So,
anywho's,
2 messages.
We have 2 messages we're going to talk about, and then we're going to talk about Microsoft Ignite. Give you some thoughts, what we think about, and give you maybe some insights on how you could be in person at a community event, like at an event where you're learning in person, but also consuming Ignite content. So give you a little tip there. But we just have 2 messages to cover this time.
You know what we didn't do, Daniel? We didn't figure out who was doing what, so we're going
to wing it.
Why don't we both cover it? Yeah.
Let's both cover it.
We can do that. So you read the first word, and I'll read the second word, and no.
Oh, I was thinking letter, not words.
Letter by letter. No, that'll take a while.
So let's do the first one. This is forms. Distribute your forms by using Teams as a new channel. MC406259. I just gave it a nice look. When I paused there, I'm like, as a new channel? I really don't like that title.
Is there a new channel type coming to Teams? Is that what you mean?
No.
Okay.
That's not what this is about. And
sounds like a forms channel to me.
It does. So this is rolling out late July through late August. And really what it is in forms for the web, although I'm not entirely sure there's a forms anything else, but forms for the web, you can share your survey or quiz that you've created in Teams chat directly and in the channels. So you're going to be in that share. You're going to be able to share that directly. Now, I will say I went ahead and gave this a thumbs down, this message, and gave some feedback and said, hey, this is not a whole lot of information. There's no screenshots. There's no details as to what in the world's going on here, how this works. So I did that. You don't need to do that if you don't want to, but hey, if you want to, go ahead. But I feel like there needs to be a little bit more information here. It's not a whole lot to go off of, but I mean,
we have to make a lot of assumptions.
There's a lot of assumptions here that we're making, but I think that there is a fact that a lot of forms content, in my experience, a lot of forms content is shared in Teams. So this is a good thing. How that's going to look and function, again, we're making assumptions because we don't have a lot of information to go off of. So what do you think? Do you share a lot of forms in Teams?
No.
You don't?
Really? I don't. I really don't. No. But yeah, my assumption about how this will work is it's just another avenue to getting it there. I know that there's a messaging app where you can click the form button down near that compose box. You can add a form to a message and get it into a channel or a chat. So that's your pull method. This feels like it's a push one where you've just created a form, or you're going back to one that you're ready to share with a team, and now you want to drop it into a channel and get people to engage with it. And it feels like it's just, click on that share button, and now Teams is a choice, and tell me which team and which channel. Job done.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Simple.
And
Simple
assumption.
It is a simple. Hey, when we start assuming, we can make it be whatever we want.
We can change the world.
Speaking of teams,
yes.
Let's stay in teams.
Why not?
For the next announcement.
Why not?
Why?
Is that one? No, it's not.
Do you want to read this one?
Yes, it is that one. Okay, yeah.
There's so many to choose from.
I will omit the updated bracket.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those messages which came out during the week, and then a day later it got updated to change the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Customizable dashboard in Teams Admin Center MC 406234. For all you Teams admins out there, you'll really love this one. Being able to customize the dashboard landing experience, putting things in front of you that you want to see at a glance as you start your team's day with your team's cup of coffee, with your team's jacket on, and with pride, you are the team's admin. And you open up your dashboard and you say, I want to see call performance. I want to be so reactive or proactive that these are the calls that had problems and meetings that had problems today, this week. I'm going to get onto it. I'm going to go out there and ask people who participated in these calls and meetings, what can I do to help you? Am I adding more assumptions here?
You're having fun with this one.
I'm telling the story. Yeah, I am.
It's an interesting story. I think you're weaving in what this is, what this update's about through this story of this wonderful Teams admin who has lots of swag. Yeah. Yes.
And the Papa Bear said, I want to see call stats. And the Mama Bear said, I want to see how many people are collaborating. And Baby Bear said, I just want to chat with myself. See what I did there? I looped it back to the pre-live chat.
Wow.
Widgets and dashboards. You can put things there to your preference to show what you want to see at a glance before you get into the actual tasks. So it really does follow, Daniel, the dashboard capabilities we've seen with going to the M365 Admin Center. Does SharePoint Online dashboard have the same sort of thing? You can drag your widgets around and show stuff, or not as customizable yet?
Yeah, what I was thinking on this was Azure too, right? Azure dashboard,
very
being able
customizable.
To make your customizations,
blades and slices and pinning stuff. Yeah.
So that's early August. And
you know what would have been helpful is if I could have just showed it right there while we're talking about it. Could have showed the screenshot.
Well,
Such a smart guy,
You are a smart guy.
Sometimes.
So it's pretty helpful.
What do you reckon? Widgets? Well, look at all the cards that we have. Let me just move our faces off them, right, so that we can actually see more of them. So there we go.
Wow.
Podcasty people, it feels like I can scroll down and see more cards. So what have we got? Insights, user management, recommendations. Ooh, recommendations. Best practices for your organization. That'll be interesting to see what comes up there. And whether it's driven by AI. User search, cool. So quickly find someone from the dashboard. Activity log is kind of what I was alluding to. Yeah. Like when you want to go in and investigate a meeting that one of your executives has had, and they were like, I had problems with this, and this is why. And I've looked into it, sir. I've looked into it, ma'am, and it looks like it was just bad Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, I was having that meeting at the back of a taxi, so that might have been why.
You really are taking this.
I know.
Story.
We have two messages, Daniel. I've got to make it interesting.
I know. We don't need to stretch. It is coming out this month or next month, I guess, but we're basically, it is this month. So, so August is the time frame. I think it's kind of interesting. You know, they said it was going to be rolling out starting late July, but then, you know.
Oh, sorry. That was yesterday.
That was yesterday. So maybe we should say in August.
Yep.
So that wraps up our messages, but we do want to talk about Microsoft Ignite. So some of the rumors were true. We had heard some rumors that this was going to happen. So Microsoft Ignite is going to be a hybrid event happening October 12th through the 14th. And it's going to be, just like it has before, it's going to be 2 days, right? But it's showing 3 days because of the worldwide happenings, the sessions for everyone around the world. It's going to be hybrid, so there will be spots in Seattle is where the main in-person, but they're also going to have showcases in other locations around the world. They're going to have I don't know if you have that in there, but
they call it Microsoft Ignite Spotlights in some selected local market locations.
Yes, I think we got some.
There is
Europe
a list somewhere here too.
Yes, there is. So Darrell's showing the ignite.microsoft.com website here on the screen, and so there's quite a few of those places. So anyway. So if you can't make it in person, then if you can't go to Seattle, then you can watch online like we've done before in previous opportunities with Ignite.
Well, we don't know about the Seattle side of it too yet, because they say limited spaces. Does that mean it's register your interest and we will select? Is it first in, first serve? Invite only?
Yeah, so the registration, it's not register, it's sign up to hear more. When you do that, now you have to create a brand new account. Now I said on Twitter, I replied and said, why aren't we using Microsoft accounts here? But you're not. You just create an account for the site. You have to come up with the username and password. Anyway, and then you say, are you registering for online, or do you have access or interest in showing up in person? So you register and say, I want to be online or in person or at one of these spotlight locations. So you just kind of express your interest for that. How they're going to select, I don't know. Will there be enough interest? I think people are very interested in being in person and learning in person. So, probably there would be some interest. But this is very short. We've got 2.5 months-ish before the event. So, there's not a lot of notice here, that we typically get with an in-person Ignite.
It'd be nice having it on home ground, back at headquarters in Redmond, which is where they have Build, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's some of the draw, to be in Seattle, be near the home place, and it. So anyway, I don't know who's going to get to go or how it's going to be picked, but that's where it is.
We actually saw a model of this for Build. So they did have satellite events. So some in the MVP community had presented sessions from there. I think of the UK event. And so that could be a good indication of what a spotlight event will be in some of those locations. Yeah,
indeed. So my plan for Ignite, let me tell you what it is. And maybe you can share what your plan is, Darrell.
Yeah.
My plan is I had already submitted to speak at an event, in-person event, called the North American Collaboration Summit. So that's at collabsummit.org.
Oh, thank you.
And it's October 12th through the 14th. Those dates should sound very familiar. because we just
Oh,
talked about it
is
for
that
Ignite. It's the same dates. And so this is in person and online. So I'm going to be speaking there. And so I'm going to go in person and be there and be with the community and learn. Cool. And they have now announced, because of the overlap with Ignite, that they're going to be integrating with Ignite, Microsoft Ignite content. And so you can come to this event, the Collab Summit, North American Collab Summit, and consume some Ignite content, consume in-person content, learn with people there in person. You can do all of that at the conference. So, and then of course you'll be able to watch Ignite sessions afterwards too. You know, the ones that you don't catch during the week, you can catch later. So that's what my plan is. I think
it's a fantastic thing. And a good pivot there from the team that put the event on too, because you know, it's the best of both worlds. It's getting that content, that connection time, and being able to see what's coming out of Ignite as well. Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Indeed. Yeah. So what's your plan?
Yeah, my plan. I'm waiting for my personal invite. No, I'm joking. I expect it will be online only. There is, from what I saw on the list, there isn't a local spotlight event. Not even one in Australia. So here I am in New Zealand. There's not one in Australia usually. I thought maybe it would be a bit like the, what were they called?
Ignite the Tour.
Ignite the Tour, that's right, where it might have been in a few more locations. But I guess with the short notice and the resources, it takes a bit to get on organized. So yeah, I'll be attending online, and yeah, you know what? I'm probably going to ask for the days off. This time around, I think I want to actually concentrate on sessions and learn and digest it.
Okay.
I think too, Daniel, just to try and make it a bit more engaging for people who are attending it like me, that might try and organize just some online, I know, breakout rooms that we can sort of jump into and have a chat. Maybe we could use Twitter Spaces or something where we can sort of talk about what we've heard and take it from there. I think we just need something to make it a bit more engaging than just watching a video or watching a live feed and jumping into chat.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Stay tuned.
Well, stay tuned. We'll
organize something.
Yeah, and we'll talk about more as we get closer, as we get more information. Of course, we'll talk about it some more. So Microsoft Ignite, also Collaboration Summit, and at October 12th through the 14th. So it'll be, lots of learning that week and lots of opportunity to engage with the community too. So, and we'll be part of that, right?
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. Well, this episode was a shorter one.
Was it? Look at the time.
Well, maybe. But it was hopefully beneficial for you as we talked about those couple messages, but also talked about Ignite and talked about the learning that's coming and options there. We'll all learn together moving forward as we get closer to time. But thank you so much for watching and for joining in the chat. It was great seeing everyone. Thank you so much.
It's great to be part of a community that continues to engage and share and learn. So yeah, keep engaging with us on socials. When you see a tweet like, Daniel saying, "Hey, how are you using self-chat?" or whatever, we love to hear about those use cases, even if they're witty, smart aleck type responses that are fun as well. Hey, all good. If it helps you let off some steam, great. Yeah, but we'll see you in the socials throughout the week, and feel free to get in touch.
Yep. Bye for now.
See you now.